Assalamu alaikum viewers. Welcome to Siyasat English News. I'm Aman Umar. Municipal Administration and Urban Development Minister K.T. Rama Rao today stated that two-bedroom houses built near Hussain Sagar will be inaugurated soon. Once this location was a slum and now it turned out to be a residential area for the poor with lakefront, KTR has stated. In a Twitter statement, the minister maintained that the housing society built 330 units of BHK houses for the poor. He said that he is delighted and feeling proud of this housing facility with all modern amenities and a lake view. Very soon, these houses will be inaugurated and handed over to the beneficiaries, he announced. The government has constructed the two-bedroom hall kitchen housing units for the poor free of cost. The state government has been spending huge funds for the poor to live in a respectful manner. He extended thanks to the Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao for the housing facility built in a piece of land facing historical Hussain Sagar. Vishwa Hindu Parishad Telangana unit has urged the Defence Research and Development Organization to establish a temporary COVID hospital in Hyderabad exclusively for children in the name of Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. In a letter to DRDO Chairman G. Satish Reddy, a copy of which was released here today, VHP Telangana official spokesperson said that the DRDO is playing a crucial role of the fight against this pandemic. In order to save the lives of people of this nation, DRDO has come up with a solution starting from the formulation of 2-DJ anti-COVID drug, Dipcovan antibody-based detection assay, establishing of the oxygen plants and other things. In view of the third COVID wave, he appealed to establish a temporary COVID hospital with minimum of 500 beds exclusively for children. Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao will inaugurate integrated buildings and attend some development programs in Siddipet district on 20th of June, Finance Minister T. Harish Rao has stated. The minister instructed the officials concerned to set up and shift files and furniture into the respective office premises in the buildings. He said to get ready for the inauguration ceremony and make necessary arrangements. Harish Rao said that the government built these integrated buildings to accommodate Collector, Commissioner of Police and other officers at one place. The Chief Minister will visit the district on 20th of June and inaugurate them for public use. The Minister informed that the government have spent 81 crore rupees for these integrated buildings built with modern facilities and to offer improved and speedy services. He said that these integrated buildings are coming up at one place for administrative purposes and speedy services. Telangana Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao is willing to lift the lockdown and ease of the people to get back to normal business as usual and work for livelihood. The Chief Minister today discussed with ministers and officials available at Pragati Bhavan here on the corona lockdown period, vaccination in the state, and measures to contain the spread. The lockdown is going to end on 19th of June and the government is to decide on it. The Chief Minister is not in favor of the lockdown as it caused huge revenue losses and deprives people of work and income. Since the cases and deaths of corona are decreasing day by day, the government plans to remove the lockdown. The Chief Minister reportedly expressed his views against the lockdown as it will further incur losses to the government financially. He may announce the decision to remove or extend with some more relaxation according to sources. It is likely that the government will lift the lockdown, and if not so, it may impose night curfew from 9 pm to 6 am the next day from 20th of June. The Indian Meteorological Department on Friday predicted heavy rains and thunderstorms at a few places in Telangana in the next 5 days. In its weekly bulletin, the IMD have said that heavy rains are very likely to occur at isolated places in Vikharabad, Sangareddy, Medak and Kamareddy districts of Telangana. Further, it also said that thunderstorms accompanied with lightning are likely to occur at isolated places in all the districts in these 5 days. It also predicted moderate rain and thunderstorms at isolated places for the next 3 days in the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation area and across the state. Jailed Kerala journalist Siddique Kappan's mother Khateja Katti passed away on Friday due to age-related illness. She was 90 years old. Kappan, who was jailed under a case linked to an alleged conspiracy to create religious enmity, visited her last in February. The court had allowed him to travel to Kerala for 5 days to see his ailing mother with a stringent directive that he only interact with his mother and her doctor. Kappan completes 8 months in custody this month and is locked up in a Mathura jail on stringent anti-terror charges. He was arrested in October 2020 while on his way to Hathras, Uttar Pradesh to report the gruesome rape and murder of a Dalit girl. Acting upon the complaints filed by the Bengaluru-based Campaign Against Hate Speech, the National Broadcasting Standards Authority came down heavily on 3 television channels for their biased coverage of the Tablighi Jamaat religious congregation. The NBSA rebuked censored English news channel Times Now and fined 2 Kannada channels, News 18 Kannada and Suvarna News, in which they had targeted members of the Tablighi Jamaat as well as the Muslim community in February and March 2020 before the onset of COVID-19 in India. The NBSA, in its order dated 16th of June 2021, issued a censure to the channel for telecasting any program that could cause communal dissensions. The CAHS also took objection to 2 programs aired by TV18 Kannada on 1st of April 2020 on Tablighi Jamaat. The NBSA has imposed a fine of 1 lakh rupees on the broadcaster payable to the National Broadcaster Association and directed it to run an apology on air on 23rd of June for violating the codes of ethics and broadcasting standards. K. Nagaraj Naidu, India's Deputy Ambassador to United Nations, was selected to be the chef de cabinet of the President-elect of the 76th session of the UN General Assembly. It was a proud moment for Nizam College and Hyderabad. The 1998 batch IFS officer was chosen by the United Nations General Assembly President Abdullah Shahid from Maldives personally. It will be for the first time that an Indian diplomat has been selected for the post too. His tenure will be for 1 year. On 10th of June, the Maldives Foreign Affairs Minister Abdullah Shahid announced that Tilimiza Hussain, a Maldives diplomat, will be a special envoy, and Nagaraj Naidu, the chef de cabinet for the President of the 76th session of United Nations General Assembly. Incidentally, it is the first time that Maldives was occupying the important position. Nagaraj Naidu did his schooling from St. Patrick's High School in Secunderabad in 1990 and graduated from Nizam College in Arts in 1995. He went on to qualify for the Indian Foreign Services in 1998. Palestinians protested after Friday prayers at the Al-Aqsa Mosque compound in Jerusalem and briefly clashed with Israeli police, leaving 3 demonstrators wounded. A series of far more violent clashes at the site in April and May helped ignite last month's 11-day Gaza war. The site is the 3rd holiest in Islam and the holiest for the Jews, who refer it to as the Temple Mount because it was the location of the biblical temples. It has frequently been the scene of Israeli-Palestinian violence. This time, the police refrained from entering the compound and appeared to act with more restraint, possibly on the orders of Israel's newly sworn-in government. The Red Crescent Emergency Service said 2 Palestinians were wounded by rubber bullets and a third by a stone that was thrown. That's it for today. Thank you, viewers.